Let us start for the first session of 2023 for the question solving. And the question says that a project manager in an organization that uses traditional project management is assigned to an ongoing project. Okay. Recently, organization has started to use agile methodologies for the project. The project manager hears that some team members think key subject matter expertise is missing and that the team does not collaborate enough. Here is our question, right? What I always say, there is the background information, and in the last, you always have the question available. So the PM hears that some team members think that key expertise is missing and that team does not collaborate enough. If you are a project manager, how will you respond to these concerns of the team members? The first option is employ third party specialists to fill the knowledge gap. At the next stand up meeting, emphasize the importance of collaboration. Add cross function internal resources, or can use Kanban board instead of Gantt chart. So before I give the answer, you guys provide me the answer that what should be the correct answer for it. Answer on the chat window, please. Yes, Mr. Nasir, that's the correct answer. What about others? Mr. Farooq, no. And Mr. Dewan is remaining. Yes, Mr. Dewan. What do you think? Yes, Mr. Dewan. This is correct. Look, the question is about key expertise are missing in some team members. And some team members are missing, it means some already have it. So there is no need to go with the third party specialist. And we don't have that time to discuss stand up at the time of stand up meeting because it's already 15 minutes and we have only three questions to be asked from each team member. So we'll never have enough time to discuss further. Uh, there is nothing called work related issues, that work is not blocking or there is a bottleneck. So Kanban cannot be the answer. There is nothing like this. So yes, your answer was correct that you are actually addressing cross-function internal resources. So some will learn with others and explain the value to the team. So these internal team members will help others to grow. Great. Next, during a technical project, a well-liked project member is reassigned to a different project. The team has expressed disapproval regarding this reassignment. What action can help mitigate the team's disapproval? Notify the sponsor the team is not working. Employ leadership and emotional intelligence tool and technique to inspire the team to continue working. Add a resource with the same skill to replace the key team member or schedule a team building day to keep the team happy. What you will do if you are in this situation? Yes, Mr. Farooq, your answer is correct. What about others? Yes, Mr. Nasir, correct. So we will never go outside for the sponsor. It's not possible. And adding a same resource with the same skills, uh, how the project manager can do that, or we can hire someone. The problem is that he is gone. They are not saying the new or something. So C cannot be the answer. And if you look, add a resource with the same skills to replace the key team members, which means you are throwing your staff out, which is again not a right approach. And if you look, schedule a team building day to keep the team happy. They are not kids that you will take them to a field trip and they will feel happy. It's not possible. It's not solving our problem. Our problem is about the assignment. So once the people have problems, we have to use emotional intelligence to keep them interconnected. So you can have the self-control, self-management, and social control and social management by the help of leadership activities. So yes, B is the proper answer. You have to use leadership skills and emotional intelligence. This is actually answering our questions. And again, we are learning how to solve questions. So don't feel bad that if your answer is not correct. Let's go next question. A new resource joins a working project team and assigned to a smaller project that is critical to a larger milestone. Unfortunately, the new resource is underskilled and very nervous. Okay. This is the threat, right? It's a risk. This is the risk because output of this will be waiting to the another one. The team dynamic has become awkward and work has slowed down on the small project because of this stress. So risk has started showing its impact. So in this situation, which are the two possible ways for the project manager to handle this situation? And you have to select how many answers? Two answers. So make sure you select the two answers well. And welcome to those who have joined. Assess the new resource communication skill. Post Question says anything about communication skill. Talk with the new resource about their skills and determine how they can contribute to the project. Privately ask the project, Privately ask the PMO to assign a different resource with better skills. This word itself is not legible, it's not ethical. Meet with the functional manager of the new resource to understand their background better. You are not going to have the wedding proposal or marriage proposal that you will go and meet with the functional manager. You have problem with the person. Why you are going to his manager? Solicit the team about integrating and coaching the new team member. So I think with my explanation, some of you have already found out the correct answer. Who is Mr. Devan? Yes, your answers are correct. Mr. Nasir, one of your answer is correct. The last one, the first one is not. Exactly.
Imran Sahib, if one of the answers is correct and the other is not, in that case, this answer is considered correct or not correct in the
What do you
exam?
think?
Hmm, I think
If
it
you are
should
the
be
teacher, what you will
50%.
do?
50%. I would be honest. I'll give half of the marks at least, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So yes. D and E are the correct answers. Talk with him and solicit with the idea. That is what more better approach. Let's go to the next question. On an agile team, staff members from various organizational departments rotate in and out to augment the team. How can the project manager help shield a permanent team member from disruptions? So, what you will do as a project manager? Give them the authority to assign the task. Ask staff leaving the project to pick members who deserve recognition. Give them higher priority, or require staff leaving the project to run a knowledge sharing workshop. Exactly, Mr. Nasser. Devan, yes. Farhana, no. I don't know who's Farhana, but no. Okay, Zubair. Great. So yes, the better answer is D, because give them higher priority to choose. No. The problem is what? They are rotating in and out. They are leaving. So we cannot let anyone leave. We cannot let anyone leave without sharing the knowledge. And it is the primary responsibility of the project manager uh, to collect the lesson and before the team member leaves. Always remember, before leaving, everyone has to provide the lesson learned. So D is the answer, because the problem is rotate in and out, and you need to understand this in the question solving, what actually the problem is. Okay, before the next iteration begins, project team B meets about an unexpected challenge which threatens to delay the current phase. The task in the next iteration cannot be completed because of this challenge. Another team within the project is depending on timely completion of task 1 in order to fulfill their work. So we have a problem, and because of this, we have a second risk. So how should the project manager resolve this issue? Meet with both teams separately and ask them to figure out a way to meet the required deadlines and complete the project on time. Or meet with the product owner to prioritize the iteration backlog so that it does not impact other teams or obligations. Increase the number of teams for the project team. When you're running an iteration, can you add the teams during the iteration, or let team member know you want them to do their best under difficult circumstances and make sure to note the iterations challenges in the next retrospect. Next retrospects we are discussing today's, where is the next? So in this condition, what do you think is the correct answer? Yes, Nasser and Devan, it seems to be a better answer. Obed, you were trying to choose the right word, but because of this word, this option is not applicable. Just because of this word, this answer is wrong. And just because of this word, this answer is also the whole this thing is wrong, but because of this word, I can eliminate it easily. And as we said, we cannot do it during the iteration because it's not about finishing the work, it's about a challenge. So, yes, Zubair also. B is the correct answer. Very good. Let's go to the next question. During a meeting, PM learns that a business result needs to be delivered in 4 weeks, although the original schedule stated 16 weeks. The PM also hears there is no available technical resource, and PM knows the technical resource manager because they worked together on a previous project. So you can use your skills to get the work. What is the first thing you should do as a project manager? Uh, it's not a good approach, right? We'll never go like this. It's your problem. Why the decision maker will be involved? So this is gone. Hire a third party. What about third party? It's not about the things. The best answer is yes. Majority of you are correct. Check with the technical resource manager to see that if there is an available technical resource because you know him, so he can find you a better alternative. So, okay, no technical resource, but at least a better resource should be available. So the first thing you will do as a project manager, check with the technical resource manager because you are hearing from someone. You are not hearing from the function manager, you are hearing from someone. So you need to hear from the technical resource manager directly that is there anyone available or not. Outside party is out of the context. Decision makers escalation is out of the context and sponsor directly. Even if you will check without any single situations, A's, B, and D will never be the right answer for any right questions. It's impossible.
Simran.
Let's go next.
Hello.
Project manager in a virtual team realizes during the third iteration that the team dashboard that show progress on work is faulty and is not showing update. What you will do as a project manager? Keep the team working and send daily updates. It means no action, right? It seems no action. Rank the need to fix the dashboard according to the business value for upcoming iterations. Need. It's not about prioritization, right? You already have error and you are thinking to prioritize it. Get the dashboard fixed or documents the issue as a new project risk and propose a solution. So A and B have already eliminated for you remaining C and D. So yes, Mr. Nasir, your answer is correct. It was correct. What about others? What others believe? Zubair and Devan, no, it's not possible. Problem is, dashboard is faulty. Why you guys are unable to get the question? Get the question so you can answer the answer. You can easily pick the right answer. Exactly, Naveed, great. Solve the problem. Get the dashboard fixed. Why you have to do it as a new risk? And if you look, you are working in iterations. In iterations, handling the project risks related to the work, you are not proposing there is something faulty. You have to take immediate action because it's long progress. You have to take an action which is in your reach. So get the dashboard fix is the appropriate action in this scenario. Let's go next. Project D is working virtually because of a natural disaster. Several activities are delayed because of a project team member has not been working for the past week, and this impacts the critical path. How should the project manager respond to this problem? Several activities are delayed. This is our problem, right? And because of that, your critical path is a situation. Obtain a new resource to complete the needed task until you can speak to a team member directly. Discuss the situation with the functional manager of the team member. Remind a team member about responsibility and accountability, or ask a team member who know this person well to try and finish the missing team member. What you will do as a project manager. Mr. Nasser, yes, correct. This is the right option. And Naveed, no. We always remember if you want to eliminate it, this is not possible. Functional manager has given you the resource. Now resource is in your accountability. Why you are going back to the functional manager? They have given you the resource. Why you are going to him? It can never be the right answer. Make a point for elimination. It can never be the answer. Like go and discuss the situation. This will never be the right answer in any right situation. And C is like threatening or punishing or penalizing. And D is you are throwing the responsibility to someone who is already occupied. Ask a team member who knows this person. So you are overriding it, which means you are trying to perform well. You are exhausting the resources, which is not a good approach. The better approach is yes, find someone so your work should not be delayed. And in the meanwhile, we can find out how to track and talk to him. So yes, those who have answered A, their answers are correct. Very good. Okay. During an iteration, a project team working in country B encounters problem that may cause, may means risk, right? May cause a delay in completion of task B. Teams in country A need task B to be completed on time. So B is giving the dependency finish to start, right? When B will finish, then A will start. This is the dependency. These team works together virtually. What can the project manager do to resolve this problem? Ask the team in country B to work harder. This will never be the right answer of any right question. There is nothing called this work harder. What is work harder? Ask the team to collaborate virtually to find a solution to avoid the potential delay. Increase the iteration length. It's not possible, right? Ask, I will not read further because I know this is not possible. Ask team members to perform the best of their abilities during the iterations and engage in a retrospect after completion of the iteration. And what I told you, that if you find similar meanings answer, they can never be the right answer. So this and this, they are same, isn't it? So they can never be the right answer. So that's how we choose the correct answers, and we try to select the right answer by eliminating the wrong answers with the help of keywords, with the help of words which make sense. Sense means not like sense in your understanding, it has to be a proper explanation that why it can be and why it cannot be. So you can eliminate the answers accordingly. Great. Next, long question, how to read it. A new PM needs to deliver something in agile project. Vendor working with the team is in another country. Though this vendor has delivered excellent quality work on time in the past, they are currently behind schedule. The team explains to the PM that their attempts to get the vendor back on schedule have failed. They have sent emails, but vendor only gave vague, non-committal responses. I think he's in Italy, right? The product owner insists that this vendor is essential to the success of the project and an important partner of business. Vendor is not replying, and because of that, project can be delayed. What actions you will do as a project manager? Contact the vendor and be direct about the consequences of their actions and delays, which means we are reminding the clauses of the contract. Create a virtual workspace for the team so that everyone is aware of and accountable for their tasks and aware of due dates, including the product owner. Work with the procurement to amend the vendor service agreement with specific terms and conditions of work. This will happen at the time of planning or this will happen at the time of execution? When this should happen? C.
At the time of planning.
Can you amend the contract in the execution? No. When the contract is signed, it's signed. It cannot be done. So it's not possible. And if I go to D, ask the product owner to use personal influence to get the vendor back on schedule. So now I am leaving you with A, B, and D. What you guys will choose, some of you have already choose the correct answer. Devan and Nasser, yes. Hafiz, no. Hafiz and Jabir, no. Here the problem is what? Communication. So better answer among them, yes, maybe your answer is also correct. Better answer for them is B. Include the product owner here. Create a virtual workspace so everyone can collaborate and everyone can work accordingly because communication flow is not happening. So when you will have the co-working space together, everyone will be allocated the task, their performances will be on the dashboard, and everyone is accountable for their part. Once everyone is accountable for their part and they will say, oh, I did not receive the email, it's not possible because we have the dashboard. So you remove the impediments and blockers and you let them work together as a cohesive working team with the workplace of virtual environment. So B have the privilege to connect the right answer. Phone and emails already done. If you look in the question office, they have already sent emails and phones, but nothing is happening. So people can deny the phone and emails, but if you are working, like if I explain you in a different way, we have Office 365, which have one or Jira and these type of things. What they do, once you have the dashboard, so a person received the SMS, a person received the email, and they are bound to see this dashboard. So their performances are being measured. So these problems will not occur if the communication is transparent and live all the time. Because for sure, sometimes people don't answer the phone, sometimes people don't reply that I did not have time, I did not have internet. But once they are on the portal, so we have the read receipt, we have the delivery receipt. Like in WhatsApp, I can find out who have seen my message, whom to deliver. So I can make sure that the message was delivered and I got the acknowledgement. So everyone is on the same page because the error is about communications.
Mr. Imran.
They are not saying that they have a problem with the work. They have problem with the communication because work is good and he used to do it in the past. But now problem is communication is not reaching to the people accordingly.
Hello, Mr. Imran.
Great. Let's
Hello.
go further.
Mr.
Hello.
Imran, somebody is
A
speaking to you.
long-standing key team member in a virtual team has been unmotivated for weeks after the death of a family member. When I read this, without looking at the question, when you read this, what comes into your mind directly? Surely option is not given in the options, but when you read this statement, what skills come into your mind directly that you should exercise here? Please type it on the chat window. Which comes into your mind after reading this statement? I'm not going to the question. I'm just asking that when you read this underlined text, what comes into your mind directly? If you will answer the question on this point, what will be your answer? Yes. And what we call this, Nasser? In a different word, what is the main word for this? This is one part of it. Emotional intelligence. Yes. But as I said, question is in the last part, right? Question is not in the first part. Because of this, several project activities are behind schedule, impacting the critical part. How will you handle the situation? Replace the team member, discuss the situation with the team member, and work with them to identify a workable solution. Escalate this situation to the HR issue. Ask the functional manager. So they are the same meaning words, right? Escalate the functional manager or ask the functional manager. Similar meanings can never be the right answer. So answer is yes, Mr. Nasir, your answer is correct. What about others? Alok, yes. Naveed, yes. Divan, yes. Great. Replacing the team member will never bring you the benefits. Great. Several items remain in the Kanban blocked column despite the team effort to resolve the issue. The retrospect revealed that all the impediments relate to mandatory corporate business processes, which introduce wait times. What you have to do as a project manager to facilitate them, removing the impediments, blockers, and obstacles. So I gave you the answer by myself, but let's see. Act as a servant leader to resolve the pending business process issues while the team attends a team building event. Dedicate the next iteration. Work with process owner to streamline procedures and secure the team coaching on the process. Work with the team to increase the story point estimates in the backlog. This is the task of project manager or product owner. Story points estimation is the task of product owner or team or project manager. It's related to the product owner and the team, right? Not project manager. So D cannot be the answer. So I eliminated D for you guys. Mr. Devan, yes, your answer is correct. Nasser, yes, good. Naved, yes, very good.
Imran Sahab, can you hear? Hello. Mr. Imran, can you hear me? Oh.
Okay. Actually, my net, the voice was disconnected. Can you repeat, Zubair, please?
Can you hear me, Imran Sahab?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, actually, there was somebody else who was trying to talk to you,
Yeah,
but
Zubair, it was Zubair. My
okay, okay.
device was not connected. My Bluetooth was
Yeah, if you
disconnected.
can. Okay, yeah. He tried 2 times, but you did not listen, so I just wanted to tell you
Yeah.
that.
Yes, Zubair, go ahead.
Imran, it was related to the previous question. No problem. No issue.
Go ahead. No problem. We can go back. It's okay.
No, it was, you remember,
It was what
the last one before this.
before this? The contractor vendor one?
Where we were having vendor was not providing
Yes, yes,
the
this.
yeah, yeah. Here actually you mentioned it was the issue for the communication, right?
Yes.
But in the question earlier they mentioned the team has sent the mail to them and the vendor has promised them the vague promises.
Look,
It was not like he was not
look,
giving the response to them.
sending email is what? Push communication. And phone is what? Interactive.
Okay,
But they are unable to have the push and pull communications. So if I have the dashboard, the co-working space, right?
right,
Where we have all the things, like if any task is added, then the people will get emails as well as phone, and plus you can find out that they have seen the status or not. And if I will allocate you the status, this is your part, you must do it, and you are accountable for this. And if I mention this in my contract, so yes, I can do anything what I like. So now we have to solve the problem. So we can create a co-working space. Look, this cannot be done. We cannot amend the contract. And
right, right.
personal influencers are not working anyway because he's not answering the phones. And
Okay,
contact the vendor directly. Directly for what? And be direct about the consequences. Threaten the vendor for what? He is not answering the phone. How he will listen? So this
right,
communication fails. This communication has already failed, and you cannot modify the agreement. So in this
right.
situation, we found out that B was the correct answer.
Okay, yes, yes,
Okay.
you're right. Right, right.
Okay. No problem.
Thank
Sorry for
you,
that. I
thank you,
could
thank
not
you.
see. I found it
No
later on
problem.
that my Bluetooth is disconnected. Sorry.
No, no issue, no issue.
Okay, and I think we finished. No, we didn't. Okay, yeah. Several items remain in the Kanban blocked despite the efforts to address them. The retrospect reveals that all the impediments can be tracked back to a particular department head. Previously, you tried to educate the stakeholder, but still he is being the resistant stakeholder. What should you do as a project manager? Ask the department head for budgetary compensation, bribe, use stakeholder analysis to identify aligned stakeholders to influence the department head. Ask the team members to find other stakeholders. Finding a stakeholder is project manager responsibility or team responsibility? Surely the project manager responsibility. It's not the team. Cannot be the answer. Set up an information radiators. So they are trying to confuse you that what we did in the previous question, what I just explained. That set up information radiators according to their active support of the project goals, which cannot be the answer. So remaining answer, I think I have already solved the question for you guys, which is actually what? B. Great. And now the next question is also related to the stakeholder. Several unforeseen impediments suddenly appear in a hybrid project. Each team member has reported one or more different problems related to regulatory specifications issued by the predictive track. So we have the problem with the regulations, the compliance thing. Which parameter is likely to be highest in the risk assessment? Manageability of the risk, dormancy of the risk, connectivity of the risk, and controllability. If you guys have forgotten, let me give you the thing. Connectivity, secondary risk, right? Controllability, how easily you can manage, control the outcome. Manageability, how easily you can manage the risk. And dormancy, that elapsed time of occurring the impact of the risk. This is in the risk chapter actually. So which parameter is likely to be highest in the risk assessment? It's a very logical question, and let's keep it as a last question for today class because I have to tell you something else also about it. Several problems are there. Problems are related to the regulatory specifications issued by the predictive track. So, manageability and controllability are can you manage and control the regulatory authorities? Give me the answer. Can you manage and control
No.
the regulatory? Not possible. So A and D can never be the answer, right? Compliance, it's not, it's out of your thing. It's not your piece of cake. So they are gone. Remaining dormancy, the elapsed time of occurring, and connectivity. So once you have eliminated A and D, you can easily find the correct answer now. Dormancy means elapsed time of occurring the impact, and connectivity means because of this, many risks are coming. Because of this, another risk is waiting for you. Because they have the same specification. Yes. Now the remaining answer is C. Connectivity. Great. Let's do one more question. A project manager is preparing the charter for a project. Project aims to do something. The sponsor advises the PM to assign senior engineer to identify that the test can be automated. Test department manager, however, is not cooperative because they believe that the project will lead to downsizing their department. Stakeholder engagement, right? Which two actions are suitable in this scenario? Have a meeting with the test department manager to discuss mutual expectations. Request for the project sponsor. I think during the training, I explained this topic many times. It will be a very rare thing you will do. Rarely it will happen. It will never be the first choice for me or for any project manager. And if you look present data-driven cost benefit evidence of test automation to the test department managers, raise the risk that the senior test engineer will not be available for the testing. Will not be available for the testing. It's not a risk, it's an issue. Work with the sponsor again. It will never be the right choice. So I think I have eliminated all the answers by myself again. So yes, A and C are the correct answer as per Mr. Devan. Because once the stakeholders are not agreeing, you have to show them the benefits. Like, look, this will be your benefit. If you convince them for the benefits, they will actually participate for project.